Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. So, slightly different approach today, or at least to today's repair, and that is we're working on an a hedge cutter. I need to, yes, I need to sort that tree out, and I have a tree at the front we need to get sorted out. Anyway, picked it up for $20, and so I'm going to try and do it this way in terms of making it a bit quicker, and you can let me know if you enjoy this style more or the other style. So what we've done so far is, I know it starts, it runs, it sounds like it had an air leak because it would kind of fluctuate in its idle, which could be a carb kit, but the previous owner said he did put a diaphragm in there. So I haven't checked it yet, haven't done the fuel filter, haven't done any of that. I just wanted to, there's no point in me doing any of this until I've checked the pressure and vacuum test, and I'll tell you why. This seal isn't a US seal, it's an imperial seal. We won't be able to get them here in Australia. It'll take me months to get it from the US and it'll be ridiculously expensive. So that in itself would have been a total game changer. I wouldn't have bothered doing any of this. I would have kept it as parts. It's got a genuine Zama carb. Anyway, I've just done a pressure and vacuum test. You can see, in fact, it's still holding. I've spun the crank and it's great. There's no pressure or vacuum leak, which is a really good sign. So I thought, start the camera and we'll go through there. So that's fine. We can actually release the pressure on that. Now, the issue, we've certainly got one issue, and that is the coil. Should be around about 7 to 8 kilo ohms-ish of resistance. And we've got just under a kilo ohm. So, can you even see there? 0.89, so that's miles out. It's going to just cause us issues, and that's exactly what it is causing us issues. I've tested it with the inline spark tester. Sometimes it runs, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when it gets hot, it will die. Typical ignition issue. So that's going to be tricky too. However, there is a very tiny, probably zero, but there's a tiny possibility that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engines that I thought I had more than that, but it seems like it's only 6. Oh, I did have the other streamer, but I'm using that. Coils that we might be able to put onto here. So we will see. I'm going to have a rummage around, but the point in this video was not to take you along for every single step, like the tear down, to put together. I'm going to give you little blocks. So there's your first little block. I bought it, it was 20 bucks, had intermittent running issues. It's past pressure, it's past vacuum, it's got fairly good compression. So that can really only leave things like spark, which is causing us our issue. And the fluctuation in RPM could be a bit of a dirty filter, could be a dirty carb, might be blockages in the drillings, etc. Could also be a slight leak in the main nozzle check valve. That could be an issue at idle. We have a few things that we need to check. Anyway, I digress. I'll come back and bring you back shortly once I've figured this issue out. All right, guys, a bit of an update for you. So, spent the last half an hour, I don't know where it's gone now, removing an air deflector. Not ideal, there is still a section of it left, but I found a new coil, doesn't fit it at all. You can see it's like, the pattern's totally wrong, but it's close enough. And to get it to kind of fit, I had to sand away the armature, and that's just got me the right clearance. So I've had to sand that armature and that armature, hoping it's not going to affect timing too much. I can do with losing a 5 degrees or 3 degrees, adding 3 degrees, either side. It's not going to be the end of the world. And I've just put a plug in there and thought I'd show you. It's going to be a bit tricky, but so it's got spark. So the next thing I'll just check, because we put the new coil in there, is spark timing. At the moment we're at top dead center. So wherever we mark this, where's my nib gone? That's top dead center, there and there. And I want it to be sparking, that's 45, ooh, we're going everywhere. No, 90, 45, 22.5. I want to be sparking about there. So those can go, that can go, and that can go. All right, don't blink because you'll miss it. You're looking at this line here, you ready? Take 3. Could you see it was kind of coming up to about here? So really what I'd like to do is advance the time with the flywheel slightly, but okay, I hear you. I set a degree wheel up and we're basically bang on what I said. Long and short of it is I've now aligned it to the point at which it fires as best as I could. Actually, now I'm looking at it from a bit of a distance. That's how I'm looking at it. We're not far off. Let's go a tiny bit more. I reckon like there. Yeah, probably about there. We are 24 degrees. I would really like 26, but hey, look, we can't complain. Couple of degrees. We're 165, which is excellent. Okay guys, just taking the carb off, and I've found one issue straight away. This is the metering side diaphragm, and it should go gasket, diaphragm, cover plate. Sorry, yes, but notice this, it's gone diaphragm, gasket, cover plate. That's going to cause all sorts of running issues in itself, so we need to flip those around for a start, and that could be the only issue. What it will cause is more fuel to come in, so it will be flooding and running rich, and that's kind of what it is. It's something you'd notice when I was going wide open throttle. It was just smoking a lot, didn't have much control, very unstable fuel delivery. Could quite possibly be that. I'm only speculating, we haven't got inside it yet, but just a thought. At the very least it's the wrong way around, and we will correct it. So there we go. So it's late in the evening and I'm just taking this carb apart, and this was the diaphragm and gasket that I was mentioning earlier. It should be the other way around. So it should go cover, then diaphragm, then gasket. Feels soft. Metering lever is the wrong height as well. So that's going to be cool. That needs to be flush, so that's wrong. This needs to be the other way around. So, and one of the other things I've noticed, which makes sense when I noticed it tuning just a bit funny on the high side, it wouldn't hold a tune. Sometimes it go a bit leaner, and then sometimes it go really rich and smoke. It's got a high-speed governor. High-speed governors need to be set under load. Okay guys, just having a quick look down the Venturi. I've taken all the tension off the idle screw, so essentially off this cam, and that butterfly in there should be completely closed. But if I show you to the light, it's not. Can you see? Idle speed screw is out all the way, so it's not hindering the cam, as you can see here. So now it's not touching. Now we go, so it's just snug. It's very, very light. So where is snug? That's snug. So come back, and we now open and close this, flick it, snap it until it fully seals. Then we double check our alignment. Be good here. Now we tighten it up. You really want to put some Loctite or something on there, which I'll do when I do the final check. Can you see how perfectly sealed that is? No air can get through there at all. That's exactly what we want. And now we have full adjustability through the idle screw. Could do with a sharpen, obviously, but good. Certainly wouldn't be employed to cut hedges, but job's done. Well, that job's not done. That job's done. There we go. Starts, runs, cuts, and we got the job done. these cheap machines, they're really, you get what you pay for. I didn't expect anything special, and it wasn't working properly when I got it, but there we go, job done. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you preferred these shorter style videos where they're kind of less everything in between and more kind of videoed at the points of importantness. Does that make sense? All right, catch you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me.